All right, Joe, you are up. Joe Hunt.
All right. I'm gonna do something different. Not read a poem exactly. I'm writing a novel where President Trump's son Barron goes back in a time machine to stop his own father, with Melania's help. So I'm gonna read two little excerpts from that, probably around 7-8 minutes. P.S. Barron's the narrator, and he thinks he's an orphan because he's always doing time machine stuff. In the beginning, Dr. Vogel told me it's like the first astronauts blasting off into space. I even wear a spacesuit. And at first, they couldn't walk on the moon or look at it. You don't know what to expect, if it'll work, and it's dangerous. Could blow up like the Challenger or Elon Musk rockets. Might be aliens out there, I don't know. For me, they'll be bad guys trying to follow me around in enemy time machines. Mess up my prime objective, saving the world or whatever it changes. But it's pretty cool and exciting, and you're like the only one who gets to do it. In the beginning, they sent up some dogs and a monkey to make sure it was safe for people, like NASA. It wasn't supposed to be me. They had a bunch of orphans lined up. It was like summer camp at the lab with sleeping bags and s'mores, except instead of archery, there was a time machine. I even heard Gus say, "Where do they find all these kids? Do you think they really are orphans? Or possible they're all Don Juan's bastards? He's one sick puppy, a one-man orphan-making factory." And that's why we called Mother Superior Mother Superior. That's Melania. Because she was a mother to all of us, not just me. I think she looks a little like Virgin Mary. I remember her playing that video of an opera singer singing Elmo, "Time to Say Goodnight" on Sesame Street. 10 of us in a row of sleeping bags. She'd kiss us all on the forehead. Gus says she's got the Florence Nightingale touch. Every one of her patients falls in love with her. But a lot of the orphans came back with throw up in their helmets. They had to go to the hospital like they'd been poisoned. Vogel called it temporal dysfunction. It's like the body rejecting a transplanted organ, the heart or kidney, but in this case, it's the earth of that time zone rejecting them. I've always had a good stomach, never throw up on roller coasters or the Gravitron. We used to sneak out to Coney Island. I can read Diary of Wimpy Kid while the limousine's going. That's like my superpower, not throwing up. Like Spider-Man getting bit by a spider or Wolverine getting adamantium. It makes you feel special when you're a kid. Father Superior has a joke, that's Trump. What can I say? The kid's got phenomenal genes, at least half of them. So the next part, this is in the middle. So I was just traveling around, I guess. They say on the movie Inception, you never remember how you get into the dream, how it starts off. I was walking around outside the capsule, think I was caught up, heard something, everyone talking, then pulled like a magnet to that famous spot on Pennsylvania Avenue where everybody's protesting all the time, but the fence wasn't there. It was knocked flat. Oh no, that's no good, I thought. There was a river of people, like an Avengers Infinity War, when Black Panther opens the force field and all the bad guys squeeze through. Or I saw another movie, zombies on World War Z swarming the front lawn. Not that many, but it felt like it. Probably how they knocked down the fence. I remember looking at some of the people and thinking, is it a gang? Check if they're wearing red or blue, like Crips and Bloods or something, I don't know. Camouflage uniforms for a militia, that's a real thing. But they look normal, guys and girls with regular clothes on. I almost wanted to ask what's going on, but didn't want them attacking me. I heard people say stuff enough to tell me, we did it, game over, let's get the mother. Okay. I looked to see if they had guns, but it was a blur. I was still in my invisible suit, but I was still afraid that I could get knocked down and trampled. That's how people die. I tried staying out of the way, but it was almost impossible. The first thing I thought of when I got over the shock, didn't stand there staring like I'm stupid, was Mother Superior. I ran in and tried dodging, Melania again. Staying in pockets where there weren't as many people. The whole thing was so crazy. Even as I was watching, I thought, this can't be real. It felt like a dream. It was dark outside too, made it scarier. People use lights on their phones, but I think I did see some fire on torches or crumpled up newspaper, like Frankenstein. Maybe not burning down the big house yet. It really was like Halloween, turned into a horror movie. I don't like horror movies. For 2 seconds, I thought, what month is it? April? Is it possible it's Halloween here in their time zone? And that's why they're, as if they'd have a haunted White House, crazy zombies like the Easter egg hunt. But no, that didn't make any sense. And like when someone shines a flashlight in their face, telling a ghost story, it was scary just to see glimpses of their faces. They were mad. Then they disappear back into the blob like a 500-headed monster. I think someone must have shut out the streetlights. So if there were cameras, you couldn't see them. I saw some bananas, but no Halloween masks. And the lights in the big house, some of them were off, like we're not home, Some were flickering, like you could see him waking up, move from room to room. It did look like a haunted house. I could almost see through the walls to guess what's happening. Mother Superior grabbing a painting of George Washington. I heard that somewhere. Another time it got burned down. Jake, the bodyguard, telling Father what to do. This way, sir. But he doesn't listen to anybody. If it was a movie, Father would think he'd want to grab a sword from one of those statues of armor, but I don't even think we have those. I tried to visualize where they were. Wish I had real x-ray vision. Ivanka would be pretty hard to wake up. She has a bunny eye mask, so the sun doesn't wake her up in the morning. I was almost there. People busting down the door to get in. I saw an explosion in some tower, and this will sound fake, but I thought I saw a guy breathing fire, like you're watching Mad Max. I'm too late, I thought. I went to her balcony, almost like Romeo and Juliet or some love movie, Rapunzel. Mother Superior, I called her name. Melania, are you in there? It's me, TK, Baron. I should throw a rock at the window. Hey, I'm here to save you. But there was no response.
Oh, that's really